Hello, Susan Lenart here. I am a jewelry designer, and today I want to show you how to attach objects in your work. I think a lot of people know me as a builder of really using unusual objects and pieces and fossils and all types of pieces like that. So I actually wanted to show, I'm going to do a few more, just introduce you a little bit more each week on different cold joins that I do to attach pieces, just different ways. So people know me for all of these objects. This is a piece that I'm putting together here. This piece is getting together for performance art and for also Milan Fashion Week. I love to do a big splash there. And I want to talk to you a little bit about this piece that I'm wearing here. This piece actually is of mastodon bone. And so, it's an object you can't really just solder right onto here. So here's a way that I've used some rivets in here and all of that. Today, what I do want to show you with the course, though, is a piece like this. So this is mastodon bone. This is all mastodon bone. How do you attach pieces like this without using glue? Because we all know, hey, if we're jewelers, we like to attach without using glues. So I'm going to show you here. I actually have a piece that I have made. I don't actually like to shape this piece exactly around my bezel because I feel like it would be a really unusual kind of strange shape. So I didn't round it off at the top. I want to keep this object as beautiful as it is right now. So how do I get it attached? And this is exactly what I'm going to show you right now in my studio. This is, I call this drawing a bead for attachment. And it really is where I'm just drilling a hole through the whole piece and I'm drawing a bead around material. It has a lot of movement to it. This is gonna stay nice and safe and it's not gonna come out. I do this for a lot of my work in fiber, objects, you could make any type of a bezel. So this is the bezel that I'm gonna show you here. I'm gonna show you how to attach that. If you wanna learn how to solder any of this, you can go, I have a free course called Alchemy of Soldering that you can get onto my website and take the course. There's people doing such beautiful work from this course. So come on over to my studio. Get my glasses on. Ashley, come on over right here to my drill. It's a little bit of a mess. This is what my bench looks like. Come in and take a close look at what pieces I have set up here. They're pretty cool. I'm so excited about getting started with these. So anyway, so I'm going to start with just drilling right straight through here. So I'm going to take my piece right here, and it is important. See how I have a little bit of lip on here? You can't really hold it here. It's going to damage your stone or your piece that you have. So this is set up like a foot pedal, and I'm just going to lay this very gently on here. Oops. I'm going to start off very gently, and I'm actually working this whole piece together straight through. Now normally, normally I actually have a piece of wire set up. So I'm gonna actually put this in. This isn't the wire that's going in here, but let me put a pin in here. See if I can put a pin in here to hold this. I wasn't prepared for you guys, but that's okay. Come on over here. I'm gonna stick a pin in. I'm sorry, right here. I'm going to put a pin in to hold. Now, this is my space here. I'm just holding this with a pin. I like to use an 18 gauge. This is an 18 gauge. This actually is, you know what? Hang on. I like to use an 18 gauge. It holds your piece in here beautifully enough. Remember, this one is just holding it with a pin, and I'm going to show you how I draw a bead. This is my benzomatic torch. It gets so hot so quickly. You could use, just a hot torch. And I'm just gonna draw a bead like that. And I'm gonna quench it in my flux. You guys saw how quickly this bead draws. You could use, this is sterling silver. You could do this with copper, you could do this with bronze, and you can do this with fine silver. And now I'm just going to go ahead and insert my piece right in here. You could see how nicely that's gonna hold. So now the biggest problem is, how do I draw a bead on the other end without burning or hurting? This is mastodon bone. What if I had fiber on here? You know, there's a number of things you can insert in there that drills through any type of wood. So I'm gonna go ahead and you wanna cut this. The secret of drawing a bead for attachment is to cut your piece a little bit longer than you really need, just because it's easier to grab this ball and chase it upwards. And literally what I'm gonna do, I'll talk you through it first, and then, you know, if you know how to draw a bead on one side, you need as hot of gas as you possibly can for this technique. And I'm just gonna hold this under. I'm gonna point my torch away from my mastodon. So I'll be pointing it in this direction, and I am just gonna try to get it as hot as I possibly can and as quickly as I can. And as soon as I finish it off here, this is a piece that I can quench. So I'm gonna get my water quencher and I'm gonna quench it so the burn stops as I'm going. If I needed to, if I was worried about my fiber, or you know, if I was worried about my material, I could actually just wet a paper towel, wrap it up a little, like this, or if it was fiber, I could get in and just, you know, I could really just get in and wet the whole fiber, wet the whole object. So you're gonna see me really quickly now. I talked you through it, and now you're gonna see action. Voila, that quick. Quench. And my whole piece is not damaged. It looks beautiful. It's ready for, you know, it's holding in here, it's ready to go. The only thing I need to do is put a top on here. So I'll do a cold join top. But that's what I wanted to show you guys today. So that's a little tip for my studio. This one was more about a technique, but really, if you get to my website and you're interested in taking the introductory soldering course, it's free. So there you go.